The men that claim to be like nonchalant and like really chill and laid back and like nothing phases them, they don't really care, like they're just super like whatever, those men are not nonchalant.
I figured out why this generation of men are so insecure and where the whole nonchalant act comes from.
One tagged me in this post. She said, when men act nonchalant, it's no longer attractive to women anymore because it mimics femininity.
One of my boys posted saying that we should give up being nonchalant men. And I want to be 100% honest. Being nonchalant
does not work.
A nonchalant man is only nonchalant towards a woman that cannot control her mouth, but she's very sensitive about the results that may or may not happen in response to what she said.
Wait until y'all find out that them nonchalant men are sensitive as
So there's this trend of women disliking and finding men that are nonchalant unattractive. Now, which is normally not the case because you got artists like Brent Faiyaz, Six Black or Black, however you want to call them, that tend to have this nonchalant personality about them that women tend to find very attractive. It got that mysteriousness. They don't know what they thinking. They're trying to figure them out. With that, women are tired of it. They don't want nothing to do with it no more. So we're about to get into it. But before we get into why women are finding nonchalant men unattractive, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Join the Proctor gang and keep it PG. There is a whole lot of prosperity going on around this mug, you feel me? Without further ado, let's just get into the video.
I really think that I figured it out. I figured out why this generation of men are so insecure and where the whole nonchalant act comes from. So I think the whole nonchalant act is basically a control tactic, because what's happening is that man is probably fearful of the woman being able to leave him at any moment that she wants, because God forbid a woman is in control of her emotions. God forbid a woman is okay with being independent, because that makes men terrified. That makes a lot of men terrified, because if she's in control of her emotions, she can't be manipulated. She can't be manipulated. I can't trick you into liking me. You know, some men have self-esteem that is so low that they feel like the only way that the woman could actually like them is if they're able to manipulate her into liking him. Like, some men think it's literally impossible for them to be liked. Only way that they could believe that you actually like them is if they are able to manipulate you, if they are able to control your emotions. Because the one that you let have control over your emotions, they can literally do anything. They can do anything and you'd stay. Men do not want women to have control over their emotions, because she can't be manipulated. And so men try to play on this nonchalant act to make you more drawn in, to get you to chase, because they know logically if they get you to invest more emotional density, then you will be addicted to them in a sense.
So let me talk on that real quick before we continue on with the video. So here's a thing that I kind of agree with her, and I kind of also too disagree, right? Well, I agree with the sentiment that men that use this nonchalant personality can be very manipulative and very like trying to navigate and control your emotions. But I don't always necessarily believe that is done on purpose, if you get what I'm saying, right? So, and with that, I mean that most men, I can't speak for all, but a lot of men that are nonchalant aren't just only nonchalant with women. They typically are nonchalant with everybody socially. Anybody they're socially in contact with, they have this nonchalant personality with everyone. That tends to be an emotional barrier that they build up to not allow themselves to be emotionally attached to anybody. It's like an emotional disconnect. And they think that if I'm nonchalant, I can't get hurt, I can't fear loss. So it's not always about trying to manipulate women. sometimes it's an effect of they don't want to feel the feeling of loss or grief. So they use this nonchalant personality to create that barrier between either friends or even women. Now, there are men, I'm not going to say there ain't, there are men that use this nonchalant personality only with women because they know women find it attractive. So they use it to like create a mysterious outlook so they can manipulate women's emotions and get them hooked. But for most men that have this nonchalant personality, a lot of women just organically find that attractive. So it's not that men are doing it on purpose to get women. It's just women, like certain women, not all, certain women find that challenge of trying to understand them attractive. So they gravitate towards that. So that's really what I want to say on that, but let's see what else she got to say.
And the reason why it doesn't feel masculine, it's because they're trying to flip back what women do to them on us. Women don't purposely go out and be nonchalant towards men to attract them. We just be ourselves and in our own element, but we can't help but be magnetic because that is our very essence, is just being. So they try to do that, but to us, and that's why it's so unattractive, because it's in a sense very feminine.
I would agree to a degree, I do agree that that's not a masculine trait for real. Some men would confuse it with stoicism and think that, well, if I'm nonchalant, I'm not really showing much emotion in my responses or my answers, that I'm being stoic. Being stoic and being nonchalant is different. You can engage and reveal and be transparent and still be stoic. Being nonchalant is the absence of transparency altogether. So if you just lack the ability to be transparent, you're probably nonchalant. You're just going to give one word responses. You're not going to elaborate. And women tend to do that a lot, especially women that do the quiet treatment crap. Yeah, y'all do that a little too bit too much. Yeah, we all know.
Someone tagged me in this post. She said, when men act nonchalant, it's no longer attractive to women anymore because it mimics femininity. And she actually talked in this video. But when I tell you this video, I'm not showing it to you because it literally hurt to listen to. It's essentially just her rambling all over the place, saying that men have to fake being nonchalant because they feel like if they can't manipulate women into liking them, that women can't actually ever like them. So men are nonchalant because they're insecure and they're trying to mimic femininity, because when women are nonchalant towards men, it's just so natural. Like when they're out in the club doing their own things, they're not doing it on purpose. Like it's just natural. I'm just like, are we really trying to say that every man who's nonchalant is trying to be manipulative? Are we saying that no women put on a nonchalant act? And are there not men who are just chill guys? And maybe there's men who simply don't care about you that much. Again, how is this all?
That is also very true. Now, I don't know, while I'm watching this, his words isn't lining up with his lips, so maybe I gotta fix that. If I don't, then it's gonna be off. So just know it's on like that on my side too. But anyway, not sometimes a guy just don't like you like that. And maybe he just like, hey, I'm just getting through this so she can leave my ass alone. I really don't want to deal with her. Cause if he don't like you, maybe that's why he's nonchalant. But again, too, like I said, it's also men that just, the chill guy thing. I would say this: if you are just a chill guy, but you really like her, I don't think that's real. I think if you're a chill guy, but you with a girl you truly like, you're faking that, in my opinion. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm projecting. Y'all let me know in the comments. But if you're being a chill guy to a woman you are really attracted to, you really want to be with, and you have high level of compatibility with, and you're just chill, you're doing that as a ploy because you think that's what's going to keep her. That's just what I'm saying. Like, now, that's where I kind of agree with the old girl at. Because at that point, if you fully find somebody that's you really yoked with, you're not that chill, my nigga. I'm sorry. Maybe you are. Maybe I'm just not one of them. I don't know. But I ain't saying you're going to be giggity, giggity, giggity.
Giggity, giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
But I'm just saying, like, you find the right person, they're going to bring a side out of you that nobody else has access to. And if they can't do that, you just don't like her like that. Or you really just have some trauma you need to go work out. So I don't know, but we gonna see.
Feminine. It was literally just a bunch of buzzwords. And she said something like, men do the nonchalant thing because they know when women put more emotional density, was literally the term that she used, into whatever's going on, that will make the women addicted. And it's like, why? Like you didn't even explain that. Instead of emotional density, you mean desperate. Like you start getting desperate for this person's approval. The thing is, that's not like a gender specific thing. Like that's just what it is when you seek the approval of a nonchalant person. And that's one of the many problems with this video. It's simply girls rule, boys drool type content. There's no actual sense here. It's just her having an excuse to say that women are amazing and that men are horrible. Oh yeah, and I was thinking about this the entire time. She said when men act nonchalant, it's no longer attractive to women anymore. You understand, when you say no longer, you don't have to say anymore. And vice versa. So you could have said when men act nonchalant, it's no longer attractive to women, or you could have said when men act nonchalant, it's not attractive to women anymore. What you're saying is redundant. This sentence is what I like to call a grammatical nightmare. See, there's genuinely so much more I want to say just because, like, dude, that video. Oh my God, that video. But I will have to silence myself. Okay, but then also, now that I'm thinking, she said that it's no longer anymore. She didn't explain why it was ever attractive in the first place. And
I've already explained that, so I'm not about to double down and try to re-explain that again, because women find that a mystery. They want to, a lot of times I feel like women that do that are got like this caretaker personality, because either that or you got this, like, maybe it reminds you of, like, maybe your father was nonchalant, so like it reminds you of that. But typically I feel like women that do that is like this, if I'm talking about the trauma nonchalant dudes. Now, the ones that try to do it strategically, that's a different conversation maybe, but the ones that got trauma, sometimes women can read that you got a lot of trauma and you're doing it to protect your emotions. And sometimes women got this caretaker personality where they feel like, I can change him, girl. I'm gonna get him to open up. He gonna open up only for me, and it becomes like a challenge. So that kind of go, and y'all let me know. I got some women, you know, that be supporting me heavy. So I respect y'all. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping or not. If I am, please correct me in the comments. I am a man, but no, I've had my fair share of women, so I kind of get like a glimpse of what they talking about. But yeah, we'll see.
One of my boys posted saying that we should give up being nonchalant men. And I want to be 100% honest. Being nonchalant does not work. Last relationship, I tried to be an ethical man. We got in an argument. We broke up. I wanted to be with her. She was like, no, don't ever show up to my house. Don't show up to my work, whatever. And you know what? I want to be a good man. So guess what? I respected her space. I didn't show up to her house. I didn't show up to her job. I didn't do none of that. And guess what? It got me nowhere. It did not work out. The relationship I'm in now, you know, I'm not the perfect guy. I will never be the perfect man, and I'm staying that right now. So we got in an argument again. She's like, I want my space. I want, you know, this time I was like, I'm not letting this woman go. You know, I'm not going to be a nonchalant man. I'm not going to be the ethical man. So guess what? I showed up to Shorty's crib. I didn't blow up her phone, but I texted her at least like once every 6 hours. So I know I'm thinking about her. I want to be with her, reassuring her. But I showed up to her crib. Guess where I'm at? With her. Do not be the nonchalant guy. Do not give her that space that she wants, that she needs. Show her to the crib. Bring the boombox. Bring the flowers. Bring the music. Show her to her job. Be that guy if you actually want her. Don't be dumb like me and be like, nah, let me respect you. Have your free. No!
You know what
I mean, I get it. You know, there's a time and place for both, right? So, I would definitely recommend, if you're not a nonchalant guy off rip, don't try to be something you're not. That's not going to work for you, because like I said, women got strong intuitions. They're going to read right through that. For real. Women know when you faking and you being somebody you're not. You think that you really acting like that, but trust me, if she date dudes that's really like that and she's been around men that's really like that, she been around enough of them to know which ones are phonies and which ones are reals. So trust me, you think you playing her, you're really not. You know what I mean? So please don't try to fake it. If you really not that, don't. And trust me, I have never faked it for real. But if you're going to be a guy that's genuinely like, hey, if that's what you want, then I'm cool. You got to genuinely feel that way. But if it's a girl that you really want, now, I wouldn't say don't be so nonchalant that you throw away your pride and your self-respect. We don't need no sips around here. You know what I mean? But you, at the same time, if you know you messed up, you know you need to, like, correct some stuff, go about your business and do it the right way and go ahead and let that girl know you sorry. And, you know, do your best to try to, but respect her decision. and do what it is. Like, I'm not against being nonchalant, but if that's really who you are, then it is what it is. Just know how to do it correctly and not use it as a manipulation tactic. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's easy to fall into that, and you're like, man, I ain't gonna talk to her, watch she come back. And then she don't. You gotta know when and when not to play those games. You feel me? So
I fucking realized the men that claim to be like nonchalant and like really chill and laid back and like nothing phases them, they don't really care, like they're just super like whatever, those men are not nonchalant. They're not. They're crazy. They're crazy ones. They are the stalkers. They are the ones that will drive by your fucking house. They're the ones that will fucking try to copy you and be like you. They're the ones that crash out. The whole nonchalant thing is a fucking front. I swear. I'm not even kidding. The nonchalant thing is not real. Like those, if they...
it is and it's not. And I know that sounds crazy, but it is and it's not. It's not a fake thing. They really are like that. But when they fear you really about to be gone, then them niggas turn that shit up to they turn into a whole different type of nigga. Then all of a sudden they blowing your phone up, they gaslighting you, they doing all this other shit. You know what I mean? I'm a nigga, I get it, right? You know what I mean? That's just we men. You know what I mean? We get it, right? It's real because they're really not trying to show you your emotions. And this is the trauma nonchalant type of man. Not the men that's like just pretending. No, they really too afraid to show you. When they think they got you, they don't really want to expose themselves and really open up. When they think they're about to lose you is when their insecurities and how they feel that they're really about to lose you start really showing up. So that's why you feel like it's a fraud. It's not really a fraud because they're not faking it. They're really nonchalant until they feel like they're about to lose you. Then they got to break that barrier down and they got to start being emotional because now it's like, no, I got to get her back. Like, I don't really want to lose her. When nigga, maybe you need to go get some therapy and really start to learn how to express your emotions. But then I get it. You feel like you express your emotions, she ain't gonna like you. Because the reason why she liked you is because you were nonchalant. Well then, nigga, that's why you need to start being more yourself so you start attracting women that you really need to be talking to and not women that's attracted to your fake, not gonna say fake nonchalantness, but to your trauma nonchalantness. Women are attracted to that. Those are caretaker women. If you want to be with a woman that's going to appreciate your authenticity and your transparency, then fix yourself first. Then she might not be the woman for you. Then you'll start finding women that really do appreciate your transparency. For me, I'm a transparent nigga. I've always been transparent. I'm not nonchalant. I'm transparent as hell. My girl appreciates that to an extent, but she appreciates that. If I would try to fake being nonchalant or trauma nonchalant, then I would attract a bunch of women that like nonchalant dudes only until they leave and then I'm not nonchalant no more. You know what I mean? So learn how to work that.
They say they're nonchalant, like, oh, I'm just nonchalant. Please don't believe it. Those niggas crash the fuck out. They are D1 fucking crash outs. Can't eat, can't sleep, can't breathe, like stalk your life, like make fake accounts, like all of the crazy shit.
And because they got so much trauma, this is why they do stuff like stalk you, like all your pictures, wondering who you talking to, because they got a lot of trauma they ain't healed from, and now they just spilling that over to you. So that just goes to show you if you're dealing with a trauma nonchalant dude.
Worse than females. Like, they are what they say females are.
Wait until y'all find out that them nonchalant men are sensitive as fuck. Like, you thinking he's so cool and laid back and reserved? Baby, that man is sensitive as fuck about his feelings. The reason why he's so laid back is because the minute that he sit up, he gonna crash the fuck out about his feelings. I'm telling you right now, you get a nonchalant man to get out of character, baby, you might as well go ahead and get a restraining order. He finna tell all that shit. Y'all be like, oh my God, he's so sweet and laid back. Like, he don't ever raise his voice. Baby, that man is a self-aware crash out. He already know the power and what the fuck he will do. He already.
And as a Capricorn, I understand being a self-aware crash out. Because I am definitely one. Not in a relationship and not in those terms. But I'm the type like, hey, listen, it take me a while to get there. But if you get me there, best believe when I let it out, when I'm really on that type of time, I calculated all my consequences. I calculated all the outcomes that was going to happen out of this. And I've coped and accepted all of them. So when I decided to crash out, best believe I'm okay with whatever result is about to happen. I done calculated them all. I done been in, that point, you know that part in the end game movie when that part in the end game movie when Doctor Strange was like, he saw all the different outcomes and it was only one successful one. I'm Doctor Strange in this bit. You know what I mean? I'm straight up. I done seen every outcome. I done came to conclusion for every single one, but I'm coming for that one right there. I'm snapping that finger on your ass. You think I'm playing with you? Straight up. Anyway, back to the video. I just had to be an asshole. Go ahead.
Don't hear wreck shit. That's why he nonchalant and keep it calm and keep it cute, because he already know the power if he flip the fuck out on you. Side note, once he gets to chalanting, don't be surprised if he goes upside your fucking head. Now, hey, I'm not saying this is going to happen all the time, but I tested my own theory and it indeed happened.
Okay. That went south real fast. Now, I will say not all nonchalant dudes put their hands on women. I'm not agreeing to that, and I'm not condoning that, and I'm not co-signing that. But there probably are. If you're dealing with anybody that's emotionally unregulated, be careful. I'm regulated. I don't do nothing crazy, and I'm not nonchalant anyway, but I'm emotionally regulated. I ain't never crashed out like that. Best believe though, when I crash out, not on women, but just in general life situations, I done calculated.
I'm just saying, word to the fucking wise.
A nonchalant man is only nonchalant towards a woman that cannot control her mouth, but she is very sensitive about the results that may or may not happen in response to what she said. The reason why men become nonchalant, because literally warring with a woman's sensitivity, whether they're right or wrong, breeds no victory. Literally only rattles your vibration and causes a mean-ass distraction. Hence, this is why nonchalant men choose not to be chalant, is because their response will be the ending or the beginning. It will never be remembered how it began. It will only start from his point on.
Apparently.
All right, so just to put his shit in English terms, because he had to use all them big words just to say, what he's trying to say is, the reason why men are nonchalant, and this is not all the cases, but it is some. Men are... But that's stoicism. That's not nonchalant. What he explained was stoicism. But put it in English terms, is what he's saying is when he sees that an argument isn't going to be reflected on in a very realistic way, when he's arguing with a woman or disagreeing with a woman, and he knows that the woman that he's talking to either don't have the emotional intelligence or she's just not going to reflect on the logic of the situation, that if he just combats with her, it's going to be taken from an emotional stance and it's going to be all over the place and they're not going to come to a solution. That's what he's trying to say. He just used all these big ass spiritual words to make it sound all better. And because his video had a whole lot of likes. Trust me, I saw it. But that's essentially what he's saying, that like he just don't want to waste his time arguing with a woman that isn't either intelligent enough or emotionally intelligent enough to dissect the actual argument instead of using it as an emotional trampoline to jump up and down on. Crazy I said that. Pause. Hey, yo, but it's not really a pause. But you get what I'm saying. God damn. Anyway, let's continue on the video. God damn, on them big ass words.
Women are smarter than men, but y'all can't understand why a dude is nonchalant towards you. There's a reason why he is acting nonchalant. Niggas just don't act nonchalant for no reason.
There's multiple reasons for a man to be nonchalant towards you, but I'm going to talk about one specific reason. Want to know other reasons why he acted nonchalant? I can make a part 2. But anyways, he probably seen some shit on social media that just don't add up to what y'all's situation is going on. You feel me? Like you could have posted a quote on your story. You could have liked a tweet on Twitter. You could probably do anything on social media, and he see that and like, hold on, that situation don't really add up to what we got going on. Like, you probably got other options. You probably got another nigga in the rotation. And he still want to fuck with you. But he's like, I don't know if I should take this girl serious because, you know, she not serious. So it's just like, fuck it. I'm not going to get mad. She not my girl. So I'm going to just be here. You feel me? I still want to be around her. But it's like, fuck it. I'm nonchalant. Fuck it.
And he just verified exactly what I was saying earlier. Oh, wrong button. He verified exactly what I was saying earlier. That And okay, let's put it like this. In a real situation, in a realistic, okay, I ain't gonna say in a real, in a appropriate, mature situation, if that was to ever be the case, what you do is you sit down and you have a conversation with that girl. If you feel like the way you thought the relationship was going and the way it's actually going, on a situationship, whatever it is, if you saw the situation going like this, but it's not really going like that because she got other dudes or it's just not adding up, that's when you sit down and you have that conversation. But when you have an emotional barrier up, instead of having that conversation, you just pull back. You pull back because you like, if this goes south, I won't grieve. I won't feel no pain. I won't feel no hurt. It just is what it is. And those are the men that pull back. And so he just verified exactly what I was talking about earlier, that men that do that are just, they got this emotional barrier that they just don't want to communicate. Because you're supposed to communicate in that situation, especially if you decide to take it serious. And I know he said, oh, well, that's not me and my girl, so it's really nothing to argue about. I mean, that's true, but what's not true is, and what's also true is, you still like her enough to stay around her. So because you still like her enough to stay around her, then don't waste your time. Sit down and have that conversation. Because if you don't like her enough to stay around her, unless you're just trying to bone and go about your business and now you handle your business. But if you're trying to if you actually enjoy her company and you want to be around her, that means you need to trust the person you're around, whether you're in a committed relationship or just a situationship. So you need to sit down and have a conversation with her and say, hey, I'm feeling blankety blank, da, da, da. And I know that comes off as weak. And she thinking, man, this nigga did that. So I know you're trying to play your cards right. But realistically, if you cannot sit down with her and have that conversation, and she sees that as you being weak, then that's not the type of girl you need to be with. You need to leave her alone and deal with a girl that's okay with having grown people conversations. But by you not having that conversation, you rob yourself of finding out if she's mature enough. So, and she continues to do the things she's doing, so you don't trust her. So, and you keeping your emotionals up guard, and that's how you end up in toxic situationships that end up going nowhere because you lack the ability to be able to communicate, to figure out what's really going on. So yeah, but he just confirmed exactly what I was talking about.
You know, as a dude, you really can't bring it to their attention because, one, she not your girl. Two, it's going to come.
Yes, you can. Even if she's not your girl. If you like her enough to stick around her, you can definitely bring her to attention. If she think that's weak, then you know what type of girl you're dealing with.
Come off as insecure, like, oh, why you doing all this? And like, oh, why you talking to these dudes? Or why you doing this? Why you doing that? I thought you didn't want that and blah, blah, blah. You start complaining like that to a girl, she's just gonna cuff you out completely. Like, bro, you're fucking annoying. You're clingy. You're trying to control me. Fuck that. Then you're gonna cut them off. So we ain't trying to get cut off because we still fuck with shorty. So he's like, you know, fuck it. Nonchalant, fuck it.
But think about it. Think about it like this. And for those that saying, nah, I get what he's saying, I'm trying to be like him. Think about it like this in a job. Would you go to a job where you thought you was going to get paid? Let's talk about internship. This is more realistic because it's internship. Let's say you doing an internship, not getting paid. So you can't talk about pay because you ain't getting paid yet. And you feeling like, man, this internship going well. I might get this job. Then you find out they looking for other interns. But you can't argue with the boss because it's not your job. Like, you ain't got the job yet. You still just interning. But you see he bringing in other interns. But you still want to stay because you like, your goal is to get the job or your goal is to get something out of it. Well, if you a real, you're going to sit down and have that conversation with whoever the boss is and kind of get some type of clarification on where this is going. If not, you just wasting your time. Same rule applies here. Don't waste your time. Have that communication.
We want to be with you, but you playing.
So what y'all think about this nonchalantness? Do y'all think they tripping? Do y'all think, nah, women gonna forever love nonchalant men? I believe that there are gonna be women that's gonna forever love nonchalant men. And that's because some women have this caretaker personality and some women love the chase and love the mystery, right? So there's always gonna be women that love nonchalant men. That's not going nowhere. But I get how a lot of women are starting to wake up and get away from that. And it's cool, do your thing, but it's always gonna be women that love that, just like it's always gonna be men that love damaged women or women that play hard to get or whatever the case may be, right? So yeah, but y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. But with that being said, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Join the Prosper Gang. We keeping it PG. There's a whole lot of prosperity going on around this mug. You feel me? Please hit the like button. I would very much appreciate it. It helps span this video to other people. It helps expose the channel. So please hit the like button and please hit the subscribe button. With that being said, without further ado, I'm out.